How does a two-time Super Bowl champion's diet compare to those of us normies in the stands? The answer will definitely surprise you. When Travis Kelce and his brother Jason had their father Ed on their New Heights podcast, he detailed his approach to feeding healthy kids.
Meat, protein, protein with every meal, a carb with every meal, fruit and vegetables.
The boys vehemently disagreed with him, with Travis going as far as saying he never ate a single vegetable. The tight end was more than likely exaggerating for a bit of fun at his dad's expense, but Ed did himself no favors when he tried to argue moments later that bagel bites were a vegetable, thanks to their vegetable sauce. Travis Kelce has grown a lot since then, both literally and mentally. While his brother still contends he's quite the picky eater, he has expressed a willingness to eat food that's good for him, even when it doesn't taste like it. During an interview with Stack Sports, Kelce was asked about the least favorite thing he eats just because he knows it's good for him. After giving it some serious thought, he said, probably spinach. Game day rituals are sacred at all levels of an organization. From the fans who refuse to wash their jerseys to the players who sleep in their opponent's uniform, there are all sorts of practices on game day that, as Budweiser reminds us, are only weird if they don't work. Kelce's superstitions don't quite go as far, though Kelce has previously revealed he's seen some strange things in the locker room before games. He keeps his own routine much simpler. On game days, he does 3 things: wears a wristband on his left arm, eats French toast, and scores touchdowns. The Pro Bowler told Inside Hook that while other players may nosh on the local favorite for their pregame meal, he has his own tradition. He revealed, "I love barbecue, but every pregame meal has been French toast and strawberries since I've been on the Chiefs." Kelce credits the sugar rush and carbs of great French toast with giving him the energy he needs any given Sunday. Given the protein he also likely gets from the eggs used to make French toast, it really is the perfect pregame food. Kelce's endless commitment to fitness is well documented, earning him the nickname Trainer Trav, but even he knows it's important to take some time for yourself every now and then. When Kelce is on, he's all about French toast in action, but on his days off, he's more prone to kicking back, shopping for silk pajamas, and relaxing. Speaking with People magazine, Kelce laid out his off-day routine, which actually sounds like most of our Sundays. He might hit the sauna first, but then it's onto the couch and flipping channels. That's the kind of diet and exercise plan we can all get behind. Even when he's not on the field, sports are still a big part of his life, so watching games and chowing down are a big part of Kelce's off days. He told People, wings and football just go together hand in hand. So if the Chiefs aren't playing that night, you might catch Trainer Trav eyeing up a selection of his favorite dipping sauces while the Bearcats kick off, or downing some hot wings during Monday Night Football. After tough losses, Kelce's family comes together and consoles him, usually with the help of a few pizzas. While gooey cheese helps cheer him up, Kelce doesn't need to take an L to enjoy a slice. He told People, "I'm a big pizza party guy. I love a good pizza party." Kelce's nutrition is handled almost exclusively by his childhood friend turned personal chef, Kumar Ferguson. Ferguson, owner of Koo Eats Fresh and also known as Chef Koo, cooks for Kelce all year long, coming to his house daily and prepping 3 meals for the star tight end. The two first met while playing basketball together in elementary school and later linked up professionally. In 2016, Kelce called his old friend and asked for help taking his diet up a notch. Ferguson, a truck driver at the time, packed up and moved to Kansas City, where the two have been cooking classic Midwestern favorites with a modern twist and winning Super Bowls ever since. When asked by a Yahoo Sports reporter leading up to Super Bowl 57 how he was outperforming the typical expectations for a tight end of his age, Kelce was quick to praise his personal chef, saying, "Whatever he's feeding me is keeping me young." It turns out that's a whole lot of steaks, chops, and chicken, which Ferguson calls healthy steakhouse cuisine. The chef told Startland News that fillets are the tight end's absolute favorite. The taste harkens back to the good old days when the boys would show up at Ed Kelce's place in the wee hours of the morning to be greeted by quality cuts on the grill. Marshawn Lynch has his Skittles and Travis Kelce's got his Gummies. Kelce, always looking for his next sugar hit, used to follow up his pregame French toast with an end-of-the-third handful of gummy bears to power through the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter of NFL games, referred to by legendary Red Zone host Scott Hansen as the witching hour, is the most important 15 minutes of regulation. You might need more than Haribo in your back pocket when the game is on the line, so Kelce turned to Hilo Gummies, a brand making supplements in an easily digestible gummy form to give himself a better boost. The packed gelatin products have ingredients like lion's mane mushroom, maca root, beetroot, rhodiola, and tart cherry, a surprisingly potent sports drink alternative. Kelce put his money where his mouth was, partnering up with Hilo Nutrition and becoming an equity partner in the product. He was able to channel his taste for the sugary gummy bears into a chance to work with the team on developing the optimal pre-workout vitamin.
These gummies got me ready for anything. See?
Travis's brother Jason may sometimes shove sausages right down his gullet without so much as a chew, but Kelce doesn't feel the same way about tubular meat. On a New Heights podcast episode, Kelce explained that he can't handle anything in a casing. Like the seasoned interviewee he is, he was able to dodge the question for a while, saying how much he likes sausage breakfast patties, sausage and pepperoni pizza, sausage in pasta, and so on. However, his brother wouldn't let it go. Travis finally lost it when Jason asked him about hot dogs, hurling an expletive and asking his older brother,
"How does it get in a tube?"
We can only imagine that he might have read up on some things that people don't want to know about hot dogs. In the end, though, it sounds like his problem with meats shoved into a tube seems to surround only the presentation, not the actual flavor of the meats. While Kelce is quick to say he dislikes anything with a casing, there's an exception to every rule. Polish Boys, a famous street food that hails from Cleveland, Ohio, still holds a special place in his heart. The Kelce brothers grew up in Cleveland Heights, and their intimate knowledge of kielbasa was on full display in a friendly grilling contest sponsored by Budweiser. Perhaps it's the fact that French fries, barbecue sauce, and coleslaw all traditionally go on a Polish boy, masking the strange sensation that Kelce typically finds off-putting about sausage casings. One thing is for sure, based on the final plating, it clearly wasn't Kelce's first time whipping up Polish Boys. Even though his own mother bet against him, Kelce's Polish Boys won the cooking contest thanks to an extra half point scored by his girlfriend at the time, on-air reporter for the Kansas City Chiefs, Kayla Nickel.
There it is, folks! Come from behind victory, Jason has been eliminated. He is not happy.
We can only wonder if Taylor Swift would have been more critical in her assessment of whether or not Kelce can handle the heat. Although we're sure that if Budweiser had anything to say about it, a modern-day rematch would already be in the works. You can't really be a Kansas City Chief without being expected to have strong opinions about Kansas City barbecue. And this goes double for Travis Kelce. Travis has leaned into his celebrity status in a town where meat was the original celebrity, doling out endorsements for the Kansas City barbecue scene as liberally as the city's great barbecue spots slather on the tomato-based sauce. While speaking with Inside Hook, Kelce said that his being drafted by Kansas City was a match made in heaven because of his love for smoked meats and the city's abundant options. Further, in the interview, he explained that he's had to cut back his barbecue consumption since his early years in the league, but he still makes sure to leave his white t-shirts at home and get messy with some quality barbecue a few times a month. Travis Kelce is the first tight end ever to record 4 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons. And he's also one of the few people we've ever heard say that Burger King makes the best fast food burger. On his New Heights podcast, the tight end and his brother talked through their favorite fast food burgers, and both revealed that they love the same thing.
I'm not going to lie, man. I think Burger King's got the best fast food burgers.
Dude, I've been saying that for years.
Rounding out the top 3 was Wendy's Baconator in second place and In-N-Out's Burger in third. To be fair to Kelce, the debate only centered around fast food restaurants with a drive-thru, disqualifying icons like Shake Shack, so he's not saying that Burger King makes the best burger in the country. Still, the man is endorsing a sandwich that rarely makes it to the top of best of lists. It's a bold choice, but we shouldn't be surprised to see some bold statements from the guy who asked out Taylor Swift via podcast. In the same podcast episode, Travis chided his brother for his love of McDonald's burgers, but did concede that the Golden Arches are a great place to stop for breakfast. Kelce's go-to McDonald's order appeared in a 2020 Super Bowl spot as a McGriddle flanked by a hash brown, 2 sausage McMuffins with egg, and a cup of black coffee. Swifties can't get enough of Taylor eating chicken fingers and seemingly ranch while watching Travis Kelce play ball, but just wait until they see what's on the table at the Kelce house. Kelce is listed at 6 feet 5 inches tall and 256 pounds in the 2023 to 2024 season, which still makes him the little brother compared to brother Jason's 6 feet 3 inch 295 pound frame. The 2 corn-fed Midwestern superstars did a whole lot of eating to achieve their professional goals. We heard from Dad Ed Kelce that Giorgio's fresh oven pizza, hamburger helper, and bagel bites were a staple of the house, but the boys are built on much more than that. The long and winding road that has led Kelce to his current peak in stardom is riddled with chicken carcasses. When asked by the AP News about the brothers' dietary habits, Kelce's mom Donna said the boys would eat whole chickens alongside a refrigerator full of meats. She said she did her best to keep the fridge stocked, but nothing usually lasted more than a day. With 2 boys devouring whole chickens at a time, we're not sure how the poultry departments in Cleveland Heights kept up. Donna Kelce even told the Wall Street Journal, "When they went off to college, it was like I got a raise because they ate so much food." Travis Kelce teamed up with Minsky's Pizza, a Kansas City local chain that loves a good collaboration, to find his perfect pie. Minsky and Kelce documented the search in a 4-part series called Kelce's Kitchen that had Kelce and pals trying all sorts of weird pizza creations.
Let's go!
Kelce first tried a cheeseburger pizza with ketchup in homage to Patrick Mahomes, which wasn't his favorite. Next, Kelce and his personal chef Kumar whipped up an Italian meat, artichoke, and pineapple pizza that Ferguson nicknamed the Artie Don't. In the 3rd episode, Kelce and then-girlfriend Kayla Nickel tried out a chicken bacon creamy ranch option that went heavy on the sauce. Finally, Kelce found the winner, the Kelceroni. The football star's signature pizza is layered with pepperoni, soppressata, mozzarella, and a heaping portion of cupping pepperoni on top. In addition to helping you get through a marathon session of football viewing, each purchase of a Kelceroni pizza includes a donation to Kelce's 87 and running charitable organization. The pizza was a smashing success, as Minsky's reported over 20,000 Kelceronis sold during the 2021 NFL season. The only thing we don't know is what percentage of those pies were delivered to Kelce's house, but given his propensity for pizza parties and what we already know about his off-day diet, we can only imagine the towering box count.